A high-ranking Latin King leader found me through your channel. He showed up to the 10:30 a.m. in a Lamborghini to scope it out. This reads like a freaking movie.
Ruslan.
Before we get into that, guys, my name is Ruslan, and this channel exists to encourage you to mastermind your business the master's way. May not be subscribed yet, so if you aren't, please hit that subscribe button. All right, now let's get into the video. Something we do a bad job of is we don't highlight the stories of the people who are impacted positively by what we do. Even the comments I go and look at, a lot of them is like, "You're selling merchandise. Jesus would flip the tables of your studio." Like, it's like that, and just like, yuck, right? But we never really document like all the incredible things that happen. And I think that we do ourselves a disservice and we do the community a disservice because God's really doing awesome things. And this is an example of this. And this is like my heart, like reaching people beyond the Christian culture, reaching people beyond the Christian bubble, reaching people beyond the Christian industrial complex, the infrastructure of the evangelical industrial machine. You know, all those like kind of cliche phrases that you'll hear. So I got this text message, and I'll tell you who I got the text message from. A high-ranking Latin King leader found me through your channel. Okay, do you know what the Latin Kings are? Pull up a picture of the Latin Kings.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
A high-ranking Latin King leader found me through your channel. He showed up to the 10:30 a.m. in a Lamborghini to scope it out. This reads like a freaking movie. Got rocked and surrendered to Christ. Then gave permission to the whole crew under him to come to the 12:30 service. An entire section was full of Latin Kings. Legit in their colors and everything. We do bag checks and wanding at all of our locations in the lines outside in the security gates.
They get to take all their guns. Oh my gosh. Hey, bro.
They look scary.
Dude.
I'm not going to lie. These guys are scary looking. All right. Shout outs to whoever this is. Maybe I get to meet him. We do bag checks and wanding at all of our locations in these lines. So he says, we do back checks and wanding at all of our locations in the lines outside, and the security came to me saying, they all have like a ton of crazy weapons. What do we do? I said, tell them to take them back to their car and they can come in, and they put their guns away and came in. Then at the end of the service, they all accepted Christ. Some were weeping. My team is saying Wilkerson and the cross and the switchblade. I'm not sure what the reference is. I just want to honor you, Ruslan, because God is using your channel in unusual ways. The fact that you honored me opened a pathway for over 50 Latin Kings to hear the real gospel. He says what's even crazier is we have teams that go out to evangelize, and a few of the Latin Kings were legit evangelized by our team. Can't make this stuff up. He said even the paid security came to my pastors and said, if anyone can reach them, we can. The security are all NYPD. So this is another message that was sent to them. So today was literally insane in NYC. Me and Roger got to speak with the leader of the Latin Kings outside for 30 minutes before the 12:30 service started. He made it mandatory that all the members under him, so I'm not sure if it was mandatory or not mandatory, or like he, you know, when you get asked to go to the service by the gang member, I'm not sure. Because he said permission earlier. So it's like permission, or is that like, oh no, y'all going?
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's y'all going.
He made it mandatory that all the members under him show up to church, or else they're in bad standing and can get a violent punishment. Go to church or get DP'd. All right. He shared this with us. His name, I'm not going to say his name. And he had a shirt with Yahshua underneath and showed it to us. God is calling him. So before I tell you guys who this is, we're actually we're doing something together for Father's Day. Okay. I'll be in New York City on Father's Day weekend. Wow. That's a message from Pastor Mike Signorelli at V1 Church.
The fastest growing church in America.
So that's crazy.
So they found Pastor Mike through...
For Mike being on my channel.
Through.
So apparently they watched my channel, stumbled across Pastor Mike, and...
let's play a game.
Went to church.
Which videos do the Latin Kings watch?
Ooh, look up my videos with Pastor Mike. Let's see what we have on here.
All right.
Because that's actually a great question. Okay, so I did like a regular interview with him.
Okay.
And then we did the Christmas conversation. And then we had a couple clips of it. This is a while ago, too. That's interesting. So they must have been watching for a while.
Why does Pastor change his mind on tattoos? Maybe they wanted to watch that one.
Yeah, we did quite a
This
few
gives
videos.
very it's a very like Jesus curious type of person that would be watching these. Based on a true story, David Wilkerson is a small town preacher who gets caught in the shadows of a crime-ridden neighborhood in New York City. He encounters a gang led by Nicky Cruz, and David brings a message of hope to the angry youth, and apparently they all get saved. It's a movie called The Cross and the Switchblade.
Whoa, that's crazy. I just want to share that with you guys. And again, we're working on possibly doing something there together for Father's Day weekend. And so I share that to say, one, you never know the impact of who's watching, and then they could actually have actionable steps to walk into a church because of the people we're platforming and the conversations we're having. But there's also the tangible side. Like we don't really share these stories, and I get these DMs all the time. I get these messages all the time. I meet people all the time that are like, "Yo, I was like on the verge of walking away from the faith, or I did walk away from the faith, but your videos brought me back to the faith." I think often casting the vision or recasting the vision of what we do is something that, if I'm honest, probably the weakest point in what we do. We don't do a good job of like recasting the vision, not through like and watch this channel to live a life that blesses God. Like we say that, but I think that is what that practically looks like.
I agree. If we can get them on the channel, that'd be awesome.
Zach's going in for the concept.
We can do the silhouette, the voice change. Yo, hey, if you are watching right now, you are absolutely welcome here. You don't even have to leave your firearms in the car.
Yeah, listen.
You are welcome here. We are pro 2A.
Okay, wait a minute.
We're pro 2A, and we can do the silhouette thing. We can do the over the shoulder camera, and then talk to Ruslan.
Yeah, I think what you're missing.
What am I missing?
Is that if these guys are immersed in that life, there are politics. There are gang politics, local gang politics, internal gang politics. That's not something that's going to take a process. That's all I'm saying. So like in the same way that like if Brick Baby from No Jumper came to Jesus, like I wouldn't be trying to interview Brick Baby from No Jumper a week after he came to Jesus. That's going to take time for him to detangle how much of his life is interwoven
So
with.
we got to talk to their agent.
No, not an agent. This freaking guy. Yeah, Zach definitely wilding. Anyway.
You know how they say words are violence? Well, from a very practical level, let's say 10 Latin gang members get saved. Imagine how much violence your words actually stopped.
It's like the opposite.
Yeah.
Words diffuse violence. Yeah. So anyway, I hope to meet some of these brothers at some point in time. I think that's amazing.
That's crazy. That's a really cool story.
The practical side, though, is what did I just do?
You cast the vision.
It's not casting the vision. I'm using a testimonial to cast the vision, right? And so within pushing certain missions and visions of why a company or an organization exists, it's not just casting the vision and just saying it over and over again, right? Like it's actually giving testimonials of other people who have been impacted by said organization or institution in a positive way, right? So in the business sense, JP doing the ad for the prayer journal, right? Reading testimonials on stream and about different organizations is the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm saying we don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm saying we don't do that. And when you do that, when you highlight that sort of stuff from other people's testimonials about how you've been a blessing to impact them, it drives home the vision without having to restate the vision and just put Bible verses in it. Like, no, this is what we do here. This is why it's important. And this is how it's impacting people.
Maybe we read them, we source them and put them at the end of videos.
You're really trying to monetize this Latin King situation.
No, I'm not talking about the Latin Kings. I'm talking about other testimonials. You just said we don't do a good job. I gave you a solution.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
Instead of just being like, oh, we don't do a good job, let's never do it again.
Yes.
Solutions. I like what you're saying.
Okay.
That's really awesome.
Okay.
And here's a practical solution so we can do that more.
How can, you see where I'm going with this? How can other people implement this? Other businesses, other starters, other creators, how can they implement this and what they're doing?
You got to have a big enough pool of people actually applying the stuff you're talking about.
Okay.
That's the hardest part.
Okay.
If you, let's say it's a physical product, obviously having reviews is amazing. That's what we push for prayer journal reviews on our physical products. So if you guys sell products, incentivize people to get reviews. If you're more of a public speaker, it's just going to be time. It's going to be a big enough pool of people. And then you got to create and this is where we're at. We need to create a resource or some outlet where people can actually give testimonials. Because if you never hear about them, then you never get them. Or if you never ask for them, you never get them. Additionally, Yeah, and sometimes you're just not in the testimonial phase. Sometimes you're in the prove it phase, you know.
Thank you so much for watching that video. Guys, I believe that one of the best ways you can build a business is by first building a platform online. So Zach Sparazzo put together a free training for you on the #1 metric you can be looking for to explode your YouTube platform. Click the link in the pinned comment below so you can start that now. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.